If you're on IG a lot, maybe Facebook or YouTube, and you're finding out about our channel at CFS Studios, we want to thank you right now for all the time that you spent watching our channel. Anything that we had the opportunity to teach you last year or even currently, we really do appreciate it. But don't forget to hit the like, hit the bell icon, make sure you follow. If you're looking for more of an opportunity to learn a little bit more, don't forget to hit the subscription button. That'll allow you to get into some of the content that we have in the background that we don't necessarily put out to the general public unless you're a private member. So go ahead and check that box, make sure you join, and you can be part of that group to get some specialty information. Now, with that being said, let's talk about today's show. Today's show, I want to just stretch the whole reality of society. Let's stretch it for a second, okay? We all start off at the same position, being held by a loved one. Whether it's our parents, godparents, grandparents, we're being held by somebody, okay? Then we go through the process of learning and growing. We begin to discover what we're capable of. Now, these are all important traits. Then we become an adult. We're trying to maintain everything we already know. Now, if you think about Primo Castology, if you think about CFS Studios who put out this show, just think, if I got to the point where I wasn't willing to adjust and learn something new, this show would be boring. But the reality is I gotta learn something new in order to share it with you. Because what I did last year, post-COVID, and the going into the future into 2024 is a different set of skills that's needed. So today we need to just look at things from this perspective. If I only have $1,000, what type of opportunities do I have? Now, when I go on IG, there are a lot of influencers on YouTube, IG, and Facebook. They come dime a dozen. What separates me from them? Your perspective. I had a person tell me, what do you think about Walmart stock? What do I think about Tesla stock? What do I think about any stock? Well, let me ask you this question. If I only have $1,000, I need to know how long it took me to save that money. How long did it take you? If $1,000 is what you have for the whole year, then you need to make sure you understand this today. $1,000 is a starting point, but you made it an end result. This is January. So if you have $1,000, if you're going to grow your money and you decided that you're going to oversee your money, you're not going to allow it. I was just watching CNBC, and one of the things that they said is that the NASDAQ market averagely does anywhere between 10 to 15% annually. Okay, now, if you take a position with your $1,000, you can automatically assume if it does 10%, that you would literally make $100 over the course of 12 months. If that's all you have. If it's 15, you're gonna make $150. So 1,000, 10% is 100. 1,000, for 15% is $150. That is what the expectation is, but that is average. Now you guys may say, I don't get a $1,500. I mean, actually $150. I don't get $150. Okay, so you below average. I don't get 10%. You below average. Well, are you gaining skills? Are you taking $1,000? Do I really have to use $1,000 to make $150? The answer is no. You do not need to spend $1,000 to make $150. Somebody said, what do you think about Walmart stock? My question is, what is your purpose with Walmart stock? See, a lot of times people, they are stock picking, and I'm going to tell you right now, the fastest way to destroy $1,000 is to stock pick. Now, you may be a person that's looking at, well, they pay me a dividend. Oh, that's another set of truths. So you're looking at taking $1,000 and getting the dividend. Does the dividend equate to, in a 12-month basis, the average of the NASDAQ between 10 to 15%? Well, that dividend pay you on $1,000. If you decide to take that position, even though you don't know who the CEO is, the CFO is, the vice president, you don't know any of that. So you're just looking at dollars. You're seeing a brand. You may shop at Walmart, but you're looking at, can I make the average 10 to 15%, 150 to $100? Do you need that kind of money? How are you going to react if the money goes from 1,000 because Walmart stock you bought? Let's assume it's $1,000. Okay, that's not what Walmart's trading for right now, but let's just assume it is. Okay, so it's $1,000. But what if it goes from 1,000 and it drops by $200? Well, how are you going to respond that it dropped down to 200, and even though they paid you a dividend of 150, you now only back up to 950. You still $50 in the negative. But let me just explain to you. The reason that they paid you the 150 is because the price is going to go down. They're paying you the difference for the price going down. That's what the dividend is. You didn't know that. So if it's already down 200, Guess where it's going? Down to 350 now. And you've decided to take this 1,000. How are you going to react to that when you realize the dividend means that they anticipate the price to go down by the difference they gave you? Here's my question to you. Sometimes the market acts irrational, so it can go down even more than the dividend payout. So if your position is dividend, you don't mind actually seeing some capital depreciation. Oh, you said, I didn't know that. That's why you got to hit the subscribe button. Join the private group right now so that you can get more in-depth conversation, because you're thinking 1,000, getting that 10 to 15. You got capitulation that could take place. That's going from 1,000 to 800. You got capital appreciation. That's going from 1,000 to 1,200. See, you got to be able to react in a calm and assertive method. Again, calm and assertive. But you can't do that because the information that you have is that you're emulating something that you heard, but not necessarily understanding the process. Now, most of us, and if you're like me, you started off when you graduating or getting out of high school, going to maybe a trade school, and then all of a sudden the job tells you got a 401k plan. So when it comes to looking at your annual return in cash, not paper accumulation, in cash, that's not something you normally do, because 401ks doesn't send you an income summary that you get to add to your income from the cash that you have that you made over 12 months. Again, I'm gonna say that. You're not getting on an IRA, you're not getting on a IRA, or you're not getting on a 401k plan, any type of Arista product, just to be even a newer. You're not gonna see that, oh, wait, here, because it's a deferment to a certain time in the future. So automatically, you don't see that your $1,000 is to actually increase your income. So if you are saying, I need to add more money because I want to pay taxes, do you realize that you have a perverse mindset? Because you're saying, I need to make money in the stock market, but I can't keep it. You know this is cognitive dissonance, okay? So that's number one. Do you understand what it takes in order for you to be able to do what you want to do? Because if you're going to deploy your resources, this is number two now, anytime you give up any cash, it has to be to increase your income. If you give up time, it's because you're trading time for dollars, period. But if you're gonna give cash up, it has to generate more money, as if you was giving up time. So if you work right now and you're getting paid $16 an hour, and you're saying that at $16 an hour, that's what I get paid. Well, when you deploy your money, and the question is, how much do you have? We talked earlier on point one that you only have $1,000 for the whole year. Let me just explain something to you. You've already cut your feet off from learning. Your skills will be limited because you said that once I spend 1,000, there's nothing else I can learn. So you're rushing into the process. That's a life achievement award, just so you know. Is that what you're attempting to do? And if the answer is, well, I'm just trying to put this money away for 6 months because I want to go on vacation, then you're not going for income. See, your natural disposition and habits is to kill any cash you have access to, because it's only for someone else. It's not for you. If you understand that your cash is like having another adult that never argues with you, that works for you. That's right, your money works for you. Now, you always have your money working for you, and you think to yourself, well, that means that I have to go buy a piece of real estate. I got to get in something that pays passive income. Let me tell you, cash in its very nature, without moving into products or services, is an employee, and it will work for you. The question is it working for someone else? And if your answer is, all I got is 1,000 and all my money works for someone else, and the only way I get money is to go to work, then you definitely need to hit that subscribe button. Join the private group. We talk more about that, but these are the 2 points you need to know. Can you navigate these subject matters in a timely way to understand that you can't get wealthy with $1,000, because neither did Buffett? See you next time.